Today, hello everybody. We are back again with the Pink Diamond Dime reading. We're with Susie and Ricky.
We're back, and clearly we're laughing and in a happy mood after what's been a really challenging end of last year and into the start of this year. But
because of the planets, Pluto.
Yeah, there's been lots going on cosmically. Yeah. But we thought, I've been really slack getting readings out because of everything that's been going on, and we went to we're just going to get one done, and we're back to the old format of reading because I reckon I'll get more out when I don't have to worry about being on camera. I can just read in my pajamas if I want to and get the reading out. So we're going to work like that tonight.
We are indeed.
We are. So you got both of us tonight because we wanted to.
She wrote me in.
He's been nagging. That's what happened. He's been nagging.
You want to tell everyone?
Because it's been a story, hey? And so hopefully, some of your insights into the reading help across the collective. And we have moved into a brand new energy. We're in Aquarius season. And the big thing that's really shifted, Pisces has moved. Pluto's moved into Aquarius.
Yeah.
After 15 years.
Say that again. 15
years of being in Capricorn. So, and it's going to sit in this energy for a little while. It has a little dance back at the end of this year, but then essentially it sits with Capricorn for the next 15 years. So this energy is a massive shift that has occurred. And now really where we are is really on a quest to distinguish ourselves. So it's an overhaul, it's a change for us, and it's a change for society. Now, also with that, we have Uranus has gone direct in Taurus. So we've got this reinvention of our perspective, and we're moving into stability, and that's got to do with reacting to the things that we do to seek pleasure, right?
Pleasure.
Yeah. So that's a big shift, and that's probably one of the challenges that's been in our connection is that the things that sort of disrupt have been pleasure-seeking activities. Can we put it that way?
15 years.
15 years. So we're talking back to 2008.
That's a long time ago, man.
It's a long time. Yeah, it's a long time. And because, depending on where your star sign sits in that energy, you'll have had a different reaction to Pluto being in Capricorn. We're both Cancer, so the cardinal signs, because it was sitting in Capricorn, the cardinal signs were the ones that got affected, and essentially chasing down bad karma was part of the story of that cycle. So we're both.
I was just good at
it. So we're both kind of going, phew, let's bring on a new cycle and see what that brings. So it's definitely a new era. It's a new era for the collective. It's a shift in the way people are reacting. And I suppose the other big energy that we've been looking at and talking about is the shift in the Schumann resonance over the weekend. And, check it out if you haven't checked it out. Essentially, it's measuring the electromagnetic field, yeah, that thing around the planet. But it's another way to look at it is it's like the Earth. I can't speak. The Earth's heartbeat, and seeing how the Earth plane is reacting to the 5D energy, and it made an incredible looking pattern over the weekend that has plenty of people talking, saying we're at the birth of a new awakening. So that will be where Twin Flames have work to do in explaining what awakenings are all about and what higher conscious energy is all about. So we thought we might have a look at the energy, thinking about what was happening with the Schumann resonance over the weekend and how is it impacting Twin Flames from the divine feminine, divine masculine, and then look at them both together and see.
So over the weekend, everyone would have had some sort of their feeling of some sort.
Yeah, ascension symptoms of some.
That's right. That's the word.
That's the word. Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah, and it's it could lay you flat, it could make you really exhausted, it could give you trouble sleeping, it could give you a heavy head, a bunch of different symptoms. Ringing in the ears, any of that is highly likely.
If you're feeling a bit off, But that's what it was.
That could well be what it was over the weekend, and it will bring an awakening to new levels of energy. So a lot going on cosmically, and because of that, like I feel like personally I'm moving into more energy and wanting to get back to, you know, really diving in to see what's going on. And you were kind of nagging me. When are we doing it?
Yeah.
When is this happening?
Yeah.
Now we're doing it right now.
Right
Right
now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So let's have a look and see Divine Feminine. What's going on for you? What have we got? Oh, the Seven of Wands. We've got the Knight of Swords. We've got the Justice card in the soul space. Oh, that's the push from the universe, how you're showing up and what's showing up in the soul space. Then we've got the challenge and we've got the advice from spirit. And we've got the likely outcome. This is kind of funny. But we'll break it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels of energy. So divine feminine. Wow, haven't we been through it? And if we talk about, like, you know, the cycles, the journey, the processes that we go through in the collective, whether you're a twin flame or not, the awakening process is really, really brutal. And to get to the point where you feel like you're, you know, where you get truly to peace with it and you get to truly to understanding and you get truly to settling what's going on, you know, it's not always the easiest process, but we have these moments where it's like it settles down. It's like it's going big ascension curve, then you get this big exhale and you get to have a moment where you get to breathe, right? So divine feminine is asking me, oh, I can't speak.
That's only what? Asking me.
Yeah. Asking for, you know, she needs a break. The death card comes out, yeah. The death card comes out to say that this is the end of that last cycle, that last window of ascension, that last episode of growth, which, you know, if you look back on our readings, we were talking about how divine masculine was going to go through a big round of testing. But when that happens, what happens to divine feminine? She goes, oh, another round of battle scars for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like one doesn't come without the other. So even like if you're in union, if you're not in union, it would have played out for you for wherever you are in the journey. And essentially it would have woken up either a wounding from the past, or it would have awakened a challenge to your twin flame connection. It could have come from anywhere that was triggering both sides of the connection. Like it wasn't just, oh, divine feminine's going through something, divine masculine is. This was both. Yeah, for the purpose of moving the journey through to the next level. Now, I've heard a beautiful quote about this. It says, divine feminine came along to teach divine masculine about unconditional love, and divine masculine came to teach divine feminine about self-love. And I would say that that has been a big theme over the past couple of months. And because it became a very, what did I say?
Couple of months.
Months, yeah.
I'm sure a bit longer than a couple of months.
Oh, but like I'm talking about this last little cycle where we really identified that divine masculine was going to get really tested. But it did push a really big self-love journey, and it was a reflection of everything that we've been through and going, I'm still in the fight, and I'm still understanding that this journey is about me and it's about my growth. It's about pushing that self-love narrative to a healthy place. Now, we're saying, all right, I get it, Spirit. I'm feeling much better about myself. I'm finding my confidence. Can I just sit with this for a minute? Like, essentially, I just want to sit with it. Lesson over already. I just want to sit with it and come to terms about what that last cycle of ascension was about. But end the lesson already. Like, I'm done with the lesson. I'm ready to just absorb my truth, right? Now here, look, this time in separation, any time that you feel like you're locked out of your connection, right? It's designed to teach you something. Ace of Swords comes in to say, Have you learned the lesson? Have you, is it embodied? Is it sorted? And Knight of Pentacles is like kind of the Groundhog Day honor. It's like asking Spirit, how many times do I need to go through the same round of lessons and come to the same conclusions for you to declare that I've actually learned this lesson? It feels like Groundhog Day. I have clarity. I don't need to be continually locked out of my connection in order to understand what I'm supposed to be doing. I understand it. So these lessons have hit in a really, really deep way and a profound way to bring us into, the highest versions of ourselves. And essentially for Divine Feminine, it was to get to a place where self-love was probably challenged in an attempt to be understood, because this is really where we're at, is like you can be locked out of your blessing, but you can still really value yourself, and coming into clarity about who you are outside of your connection was really, really powerful over the last couple of months. Look at this. The push from the universe was the Seven of Wands. So here again, look, here's all the battles that have been fought, right? And the universe is saying, just hold your ground. I don't want you to run. I don't want you to hide. I want you to stand up and face what's going on, right? I really want you to stand your ground and face where you are. Now, this is a collective ascension energy where Divine Feminine is being told, I just need you to own it, right? Just stand and own it. Don't back down. And how we're showing up, Knight of Swords. We're ready to start moving forward again, right? We don't necessarily just want to sit stagnant. And I'm definitely feeling this personally, where it's been really hard for me to have a strong voice over the past couple of months. And though we've still been working and connecting with people, I haven't been having a really strong voice, and instead preferring really private time to move through this last part of the ascension journey. But what this is saying now is that feeling of wanting to charge forward is coming back. That feeling of wanting to have a voice is coming back. And what happens in the soul space is that last round of, and depending on what you put into it, now you're going to get the fruit in your soul space, right? It's going to come back to you, and you're going to be able to feel as if the juice was worth the squeeze, right? You are going to get a fair reward for everything that you've put into your healing and growing process. Now, it could have been that you could be new to this journey. You could have been experiencing separation for the first time and coming into the understanding of the push-pull, runner-chaser cycle, and knowing that you had to pull up and hold your ground, stop chasing, right? This could be you've come through all the runner-chaser energy and you're still finding yourself in separation, but you've tipped into surrender, right? And you don't want to give your space of surrender back. Or if you're in our scenario where we're in union and we've had a really difficult time of it, trying to get through an ascension window, it's going, all right, have you learnt your lessons? Hold your ground. Nobody's running. So it depends on where you are in the journey and what you did, what you said, how you moved, how you charged forward, and what you're prepared to say about it now. You will get that returned in the soul space. So justice to me in the soul space is continuing to claim my journey in a really healthy way and go, yes, everything that's happening is for my benefit. It's here to take me to the highest level. I'm moving through the awakening. It's a really privileged time to be on earth as we move through this journey. I volunteered for this.
Yeah.
I
like
chose.
Some of us were forced into it.
Oh, lies. Oh, lies. Queen of Wands goes into the challenge position. So Queen of Wands in the challenge position could be energies where you feel like jealousy, maybe, where you feel fiery, where you feel upset, where you feel enraged, where you feel like you're just in fight mode, right? And the Queen of Wands energy can bubble away under the surface and go, careful, I'm a ticking time bomb. You know, just
Put your dukes up. Let's
yeah, I'm a landmine. Don't step the wrong way. Could likely to explode. But because it moves to the challenge position, right? It says that it's something that you're coming to terms with, right? And here's where the Justice card is so important, because if you don't manage your Queen of Wands challenge, then you could disrupt the likely flow of events. Now, the advice from Spirit, this is why I chuckled. It says, be peaceful, be harmonious, happy families. So your challenge is to really stand up in your connection. And, you know, whether it is in separation or in union, it's choosing it again and choosing to be harmonious with it. And when you're in separation, what this looks like is it's holding your ground. And we talk about the heart-shaped box technique. Instead of chasing the energy, you give yourself permission to sit with it every day. You give yourself permission to be upset with what you're upset about. You give permission to admit to the obsessive feelings or the pull on the heart chest. You give yourself permission every day to choose your twin flame journey. But then if you're in separation, you choose to put it back on the shelf and work on you. And that's the power play when you're in separation in a runner chaser phase. When you're in union, what this looks like is going, now see the 11-11 in this card, like there's two 11-11s, you know, one there, and it's going that you need to hold your ground on your quest together. So that Pluto moving into Aquarius energy is really a quest to distinguish yourself. And what Spirit is asking you to do right now is really distinguish yourself on your twin flame journey, because your likely outcome here, check it out, is the 5 of Wands. So I don't think you're at the bottom of the tank with feeling frustrated, right? You're not at the bottom of the tank with wanting to pick a fight, right? And the challenge is
ticking time bomb.
Yeah, the challenge is the ticking time bomb. And it says Spirit is going, how you behave is how you're going to be. So if you deliberately seek a fight and your only objective in this is to just be right? Expect things to come unstuck. But if you're picking a fight with the intention that you're trying to... I know that sounds messed up, right? But sometimes you step up to the line in order to go through hard emotions, to go through hard conversations, to say things that potentially could hurt someone else, in order to hold ground in your connection and bring harmony to it. And that's not always an easy thing to do, right? Because you take the risk of being left out in the cold. But twin flames need to have tough conversations, right? Sometimes this tough conversation is, if you've got people around you who don't support your journey, and they're going, why are you always obsessing over this person? Why don't you just leave? Surely there's better people out there for you, and other people get in your ear telling you not to hold ground, not to pursue knowledge. Now, 1000% understand this. I do not endorse at all stalking and obsessing and tracking down and putting a gun at your head of your twin flame and saying, you must come back. What I'm saying in holding your ground...
That get you in trouble.
That will get you in trouble, yeah. What we're talking about here is holding your ground on your ascension journey, and that heart-shaped box routine where you give yourself permission to feel what you feel, but then you get back to the journey of ascension, right? And sometimes that will bring friction from people in your world, right? They won't understand your awakening journey. And sometimes it means that, you lose people along the way. But justice for Divine Feminine is available to you right now if you can just...
Not be a time bomb. A landmine, sorry. Just not be a landmine.
And don't step on me and we'll be fine. Keep pursuing harmony, even at times if it means that the conversations are potentially have friction potentially connected to them. So whether that's with your twin or with people that you have supporting you on your journey, people that you're learning and growing with, still hold your ground, pursue your truth. Knowledge is power. It's the fast track through the energy, right? Agreed?
That's right.
Have you been, did you get some?
Nah, you don't need to do it.
Do you want to draw some cards?
I'll do it.
All right, you draw some
So
cards.
make me do the measurements.
I want the top 6 first and then do the bottom 6.
Right.
Give me 6 cards.
You want 6 cards? I'll give you 6. And because, you're awesome, I'll give you an extra 6.
Oh. See, that's how you stay out of friction when people tell you. Awesome.
Alrighty, it is.
What do you got? First one?
That's the first one.
Push from the universe?
Oh. You guys have the sun from the sun.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Look, see this? Like the push from the universe is the sun, which is lovely. So, divine masculine has been through a massive journey, right? And trying to understand what joy and abundance is all about.
You sure?
Are you good?
I'm good.
We're good.
I'm good. As you would.
The sun. The universe wants you to be happy. I don't know about this happy, but it wants you to be happy.
Okay.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if
They're the bottom 6. Yeah. I really should look at these first, but the push from the universe is that they want you to be joyful, happy, and abundant. So underneath the energy, holy, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Like I'm kind of looking at this because we drew that exact sequence in a reading this morning.
Yeah.
Looking at your energy. That's really intense. And again, the collective energy is really being reflected, right? So here, first we've got the 5 of Cups, which is, this is really pivotal stuff. Look at it. This is an energy of shame and guilt, remorse, feeling like, you've made some challenging decisions and that you can be feeling really disappointed, or I'm just going to straight shoot. You can be feeling really shitty about like the cups that you've knocked over and the damage that you've done, and because you've ignored your soulmate connection, and now you're looking at the mess going, I don't even know what to do here. I don't know how to, because look, you've got the 2 of Cups there upside down, right? There's the 2 of Cups behind your back, and you're focusing on the mess that you made. And going, what we need to be doing is going, how do we work on look, you got the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah. It's like, I don't know what to do to make it better kind of energy.
See, that's how, that's what happened, with my experience, I was that 5 of Cups, it felt shit, all the stuff that I did, it was crap. And I ignored, the 2 of Cups. And it was just feeling everything I did wasn't right, and even though you try to do shit to make it feel better, it just wasn't right. That's what that is.
That is what that is. Yeah.
I see now I've grown. I've turned a page in my book. Right?
You have. So we've been really open about your battle with addiction.
Yeah.
And it's not a secret that that
I was sex, drugs, and
rock and roll. Yeah, and the devil came knocking again.
Oh, yeah. He's still knocking. He's still knocking.
And that your fight is always to overcome it. Yeah. And then when you become weak to that, you make a big mess. Yeah. And, it's...
So I know that
then you've got to...
oof.
And it comes back as an energy of guilt that you don't mean to cause harm.
Luckily, I found one of those do not disturb signs at the tip, and I put it on my front door, so when the devil knocks, you go, oh, do not disturb.
Do not disturb. Yeah. But it's been a really big challenge.
Oh, man, it's just training soulfully, mentally, physically. Wow. Oh, the growth, though.
It was incredible, right? Yeah. And the awakenings you've been having in the past couple months, and reaffirming your faith, and a massive, it was a massive process. But what it did in the process is it did, reignite old wounds, which are clearly demonstrating in the rest of the reading. And when you're faced with the fact that the mess creates further wounds, then you're really sitting here going, how do I clean up the mess in order to, what do I have to offer in order to fix the mess? How do I get to the point where you're not pissed at me anymore?
Which is not a landmine.
You're not a landmine. So divine masculine is probably moving through a process where they've elevated in a really, really dramatic way. And it could be because they've gone through something really dramatically ugly from their point of view. And it'll be different for every masculine, but they could have been going through a really, really difficult time from their energy's perspective. And they've come out the other side of it with a new idea about who they are and who they want to be and how they want to move forward. And now they're going, how do I clean up this mess? And that brings the next layer of energy in, which is, I can't believe you pulled the same 3 cards in this sequence. That's really incredible. Ace of Cups is going...
Not like that, upside down.
It was upside down.
No.
Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was. Yeah. So Ace of Cups is going and out in the cold, and the Empress, there's your divine feminine, right? And
she'll land mine.
Not in this one, she's not. Look how pretty she is. But divine feminine essentially embodies the Empress embodies divine feminine energy. That's the top of the tree for divine feminine. And here we've got divine masculine going, I don't know if you love me anymore. I don't even know if you care. If I fix this, will you even care? Right? Will you even care?
Some days. Some days I tell you.
Well. So anyway, here comes the sun, right? And this is a genuine, the push from the universe is going, a brand new day wants to birth. And it wants to be one where you feel like, that you're having a degree of victory. Look at all these sunflowers, and red is a very, very strong, powerful color. It's a big energy to wave. It does feel fast, this energy. On a white steed. I'm a child on a steed. And we've talked about this, is divine masculine's energy is really looking to evolve. This is a young person in a really grown-up scenario. And to me, it's like this evolution of energy. Could even be a degree of inner child healing occurring. You've got the 6 of Cups there as how you're showing back, so showing up. So 6 of Cups does talk about the past, and it does talk about children. And what I'm just really drawn to the fact that we've got this child on this horse, and that it feels like you're healing wounds from way back when. From way back when, some serious inner child wounding. And then what occurs here in the soul space, look at that, 9 of Cups, right? And it's getting all your wishes come true in your soul space. So it's really that ascension, awakening journey that we've been talking about, and feeling as though your cups are full from the journey you go on with your soul, and not from all of these other options that have left divine masculine feeling less than full in their life, right? The challenge here for divine masculine is searching out those things that bring this about. Now, what you've got in these cups is any manner of things, right? You've got a snake, and what have you got? Like a wreath, you've got jewels, you've got like castle, you've got a dragon, you've got like different things that just kind of go, are they positive or are they negative, right? And right now what divine masculine is doing is going, I don't want to choose these 3 cups, right? If my choice is, I don't want to choose the 3 cups that make the mess. I want to choose the 2 cups that make me feel great about life, right? And what we've got here is the advice from Spirit is the Ace of Wands, right? So there's genuine desire to bring, passion back into the connection. And Spirit saying, we want you to feel this desire. We want you to be lit up for your divine connection. We want you to go after it, and we want it to make you feel good. We want your soul to be full. And even as a likely outcome, 10 of Pentacles, could divine masculine be looking any more abundant, Seriously, this is someone who feels like their work life is improving, like they're getting a job that they like, that they're finding, look, genuine loyalty in their life. Look at these little dogs. They're getting wisdom, they're getting partnership, they're getting stability, they're getting abundance. And the universe is saying, I'm raining this down on you. Will you just get excited about it? Will you just get excited about it? Stop kicking your own stuff over. This is saying get excited about all the abundance we want to bring to you, and get excited about, yes, you've made a mess of this, right? It could be divine masculine, whatever it is that took divine masculine away from divine feminine, caused hurt, caused pain, caused separation. Now, you'll hear me say a million times over, the separations are necessary, right? Union is not a guarantee. It's not. You have to be willing to work at it. And the closer you get to the blessing, the more the devil starts messing. So the closer you get to harmonizing your union, the more you can expect that you'll find this kind of mess amongst it. Now, if you weren't a twin flame, if you weren't on a growth and ascension journey, you'd just be going, this is toxic as hell. Done, right? You wouldn't be, you would not be in this fight for your salvation, because like the devil comes the hardest after those who are chasing God the most, right? Yep. And the harder you chase Christ consciousness,
because they're a bigger prize. That's why he's doing it.
You're a bigger prize. If you're chasing, if you have Jesus in your heart and you're chasing Christ consciousness, you're a bigger prize. So the devil will push this into your realm, most likely, right? And it's how you deal with it that decides whether your union comes.
Most likely, he's like,
he does it
every day for me. It's like, but yeah. That's all right. I see those. I got a rear view mirror now. I can see those cups behind me. You
can focus on looking in the past and going, oh, I see where the problem is, and I'd like to clean that mess up. Yeah. But this is the thing, is like this fight has been hefty, and it's
still love good to still fight every day.
Yeah, it's a and reigniting. It has reignited faith, and it has. We were literally sitting before having a conversation, talking about how far we've come. Just how much has changed, and how much awareness we have of the battles, how much ability we have to get in the fight and improve the situation, and not just be like a landmine and racked with guilt and shame, but we actually get to the heart of the problem, because we do want these things to, we want to evolve the connection to the highest level. So look, anyone can come at us and go, we don't understand your connection, it looks toxic from the outside looking in, but the level of growth that we experience because of this connection is why the journey continues, right?
And you know what? The people look at it and say it's toxic. Well, then that's their problem from mine. I'm growing.
That's the thing. There's been a lot of change and adjustment that you just can't explain, and this is kind of where this was, right? Yeah. It's going. Even if people in your scenario don't understand how this journey moves you and evolve you, they don't need to. You need to understand it. Knowledge is power, and understanding why.
If they're not on the bandwagon, we'll stay off the wagon. Please.
But like, this is the thing, is like the knowledge to debunk the fight. When the fight comes up, the ascension journey comes around, you chase the knowledge and the power to get through it as quickly as you can. If you're a train on a track going through a tunnel, the fastest way through it is not to try and turn the train around. It's to go straight through it.
You're going to have lights on.
Put your lights on and go straight through the tunnel. Okay, so shall we get a message? Divine masculine to divine feminine?
Feminine, yes.
And what would they say if they could? get a message across on what this last little stretch has been all about. Oh, the sun in reverse. That's the thing. Hey, quite literally, is that we'll have a joke and we'll have a giggle, and we it's one of the things that has always got us through is our sense of humour is just really
might
match each other.
A lot of things, but serious stuff is still it's serious, but sometimes it's making a joke out of stuff
gets us through a moment. Yeah. And I think maybe this is why this has come out in reverse. The sun's come out in reverse, and it says that divine masculine is saying, I do take this journey seriously. Yeah, because the sun is the happiest, most joyous, most abundant card in tarot, and it comes out in reverse as a message. It says, I take it seriously.
I might joke and laugh and make fun of a lot of things, but I do take it seriously. It's hard. For me, it's laugh and joke is for me to cope with stuff like that. So.
Yeah, and we do. When we're good, we laugh a lot. But this has been again here. Look, Knight of Swords comes in that says conversations are about, and look, Divine Feminine had that down here somewhere too. Look, we've got Knight of Swords and Knight of Swords. So this says to me, Divine Feminine is ready to talk. Divine Masculine is saying, I'm ready to talk and I'm ready to take things seriously. Ace of Cups comes in and says, I'm ready to make a fresh new start.
The right way.
Yeah. Ace of Cups comes in the upright and says, I do want to have a full cup of love. And like when we talk twin flames, I always go divine love, self-love, twin love. So this is really coming into knowledge around all the levels of love that there are. And I suppose that's been a big thing as part of your journey is like recommitting to your faith.
Yeah, recommitting to that and like communicating.
Really communicating. Yeah.
There's a voice in there. Yeah. There's a voice you can talk, bro.
Yeah.
Say something.
Say something. This is my struggle. Yeah. Let's figure it out. And like that's been communicating like twin love, self-love, divine love, and really divine masculine is getting to the point where they know what that is. And don't fret if you're in separation here. It's across the collective, and that will be in increments. So someone where Ricky's been on the journey for a long time and we're in union, it's going to look different to someone who's just woken up to the journey, but the ascension doesn't shift. It's still a growth into understanding divine love, twin love, and self-love. Even if it still causes separation at this point, they're opening up to new information and wanting to push forward. Now here they're saying the challenge is to truly gather their resources. This could be the challenge is to gather courage, right? Gathering, because I'm not seeing this as a money thing. I'm seeing this because resources for a human is mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. And what I'm really feeling is they're going, I'm taking this moment very seriously. And it's like I'm challenged to gather abundance. But what I would tell you, if I could, I would charge forward and let you know about how I've shifted and grown and how I want to offer this full cup of love. What is in the advice from Spirit is the King of Wands, and it's in the reverse, right? Interesting, right? Because the King of Wands, when he comes through in the upright, is probably the king who chases his desires the most, right? Well,
like the player.
A little bit, yeah. Like he just satiates his own needs. But the other thing about the King of Wands is, he's very capable of, he does go after what he wants and he gets it. Now here we've got to struggle to gather resources. So this King of Wands might be feeling like his ego's had a bit of a dent, or that he's and we were looking at this energy before, feeling like he's asking, I don't even know if my Empress loves me anymore, right? I don't even know if you love me anymore. But that makes me feel a little bit crappy. Makes me feel less than desirable, makes me feel less than determined and less than capable of being the person that I used to be. There's something about me that's changing and different. My version of myself is changing and adjusting. Let's get one more. Oh, what have we got? Queen of Swords in reverse. Ooh. So here again, I think this is the same message. I'm worried that you'll freeze me out. Right? I'm really worried about being left out in the cold. I would offer you this. This is what's in my soul. What I'm feeling pushed to do is to bring it forward. The universe is making me take things seriously. My challenge is to find the courage because I'm not who I used to be, and I'm worried that you're going to freeze me out. That's how this message comes together.
That's like that part of that growth thing. Like
Yeah.
where like I'm not who I used to be. I'm still the same person, but I'm not that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's that growth for me. Like I'm still me, but without the sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Are we celibate now? That's what we're saying.
Well, that's you know, that's just
without the troublesome versions of it.
That's it. Without the partying, bull.
Without the partying, and
right. Still me.
Yeah, see, this is that King of Wands would have gone. I will chase down my pleasure-seeking activities, no matter what, right? And that process was going toe to toe with the things that would, cause your connection to be disrupted. And
but see, like for me now, I know chasing all those pleasure stuff. Instead of that's where all that stuff, that fun crap like that getting me in trouble.
Sound like I'm not fun.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like, I'm still the same person, but I'm not that person that was always out there like that.
Chasing it outside of you.
Yeah. That's that growth for me. It's like, handbrake it, turn around. That's the fun's at home, man.
Yeah.
That's where the fun is.
Yeah. Doing readings like this,
right? Doing readings like this.
Yeah.
And we get to spend some time together and like have a laugh.
Yeah. And big conversations, right? This and kind of stuff.
Be like helping people.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is helping someone. Like hopefully someone out there is watching this and going, "This is what they need."
Yeah. Yeah. Because we're very at the core of us, we're pretty simple humans, just living life day to day, hey, and getting about our business with this big twin flame stuff playing out as like a banner over our heads and going, how do you manage it all? How do you get to the baseline and start to feel good and capable and prosperous in this journey? And like I said, we've been on this journey for a while now, and there's such a level of understanding now about how we get tested and how to not lose our way. And
I didn't understand this stuff before. I was on some sort of journey, didn't know what it was. I understand it now. And bam, mind blown. Whoosh.
Yeah. It's been something.
Some days still hit me.
Oh, I really like this. Sorry, I didn't let you choose any. Do you want it?
See? We get conversations good like that.
So divine feminine.
How many do you want me to pick?
I'm going to let you just you run your own show there for a second.
All right.
Divine feminine comes out as truth seeker, and I love this card. I love this. I don't know how well you can see the art in this, right? But essentially, I painted this picture when I was in a space of really starting to look at the different aspects of the 5D journey, and like feeling like there was versions of me waiting to be understood beyond the physical. So and I always say this in a reading, to me, the fast track to twin flame union, to coming into a physical space, is knowledge, right? And this is what I become. This is what I chase down. My hunt became understanding everything about this journey, and understanding the mystical aspects, understanding the physical aspects, understanding everything there was to know about higher consciousness, twin flames, and why the journey's so brutal at times. I legit made my focus about being a truth seeker. And honestly, for the last couple of months that we've had, as we've, confronted the story that we had, if this information had not existed, there's no way this relationship or this connection would be continuing, right? There'd be no way. And honestly, we watch another tarot reader. Well, I do, and you started watching her. Her name is Cancer Baby Tarot. Yeah. And quite literally, day by day, oh, nice. Day by day through our journey, she was reading it so precisely, right? Yeah. She was saying there's
a twin. For one of us.
She was well. She was reading our story, wasn't she? And and because I've understood tarot, because I've understood collective consciousness, because of this truth seeker energy, I was able to tune into someone who was tracking the collective energy and supporting my particular wave of energy, or our particular wave. And she was reading it so factually, and you can't deny that someone on the other side of the world is reading your story and telling it back to you. Why? Because we're all interconnected, and this twin flame journey is real. There is a collective of people.
It's almost like you sent her an email about our story.
Right.
It's like what? Wait, what?
Yeah, and she was reading it perfectly. And you go, because we understand how this collective energy works, you can find support, and you get that light in the dark that you were talking about. I know you were laughing about it, but quite honestly, seriously, that's what it was. It's going right now, what's happening, and to have somebody who is also a truth seeker going, I'm the one with your part of the story right now. Listen to me about what's going on, and to say you're probably going through this, and this, but this is where the truth is. Truth seeker, divine feminine, knowing that you need to stand your ground on what you know to be true, because honestly, the rest of the world will give you their version of the truth, but you need to know your own. Now, divine masculine, I love this, suffering is optional. Pain is part of the story. Suffering is optional. So, and this has been part of your journey. At any point, you could have set yourself free, but
I didn't.
Yeah, and when you chose to set yourself free, you got yourself out of suffering. When you chose to go, I'm going to cut away these ties that bind, and it didn't matter who had to go. It didn't matter.
It doesn't matter who has to go, who you are, where you come from. Damn, see you later. Goodbye.
If they were keeping you in suffering, if they were keeping you in temptation, if they were keeping you in any form of prison, you went, suffering is optional. Pain is part of the process, but I'm not going to stay in suffering. And I think across the collective with divine masculine, however that plays out for that story. So whether it is work, whether it's addiction, whether it's a relationship that they're in, they're waking up to the story that they are able to set themselves free. They can feel the pain, but the suffering is optional when they choose this, right? When they choose to move into twin love, divine love, self-love, then you get out of suffering even though pain is present. Does that make sense?
Point they understand that where suffering is optional and they cut all that stuff away, be easy, man. Once they come to that realization of that suffering is optional and they need to cut certain people, things out of their life.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's what you get to the point where you can do it, right? Yep. Yeah. Now look at this. This is what I was referring to as well. This card is called Unique. And it leans on a Kurt Cobain quote where he says, they laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same. Now, when you're in a twin flame connection, people will look at you and go, that's a joke. That doesn't make sense. They laugh at you from the outside looking in, right? And you can sometimes feel like going, well, like Kurt Cobain says, you laugh at me because I'm different. You know what? This journey is going to gift so much. And look what Ricky just drew as his card, victory, with Kurt Cobain on it, right? I drew a series of pictures that were all referencing Kurt Cobain, right? I just went through this phase where he felt like he was talking me through a journey. And here, this is the quote that he was saying. And now he's saying what you've drawn, divine masculine, has gone, Now we're moving into victory. We're moving into the space where it really doesn't matter what anyone says about you. It doesn't matter if people are trying to knock you off your perch. You knowledge.
That's their problem. They got a problem. They want to look at you and laugh at us like that. Laugh, bro. That's your problem, bro. I'm growing over here.
But we love them.
We love them too. But you got to be on the journey to know.
To understand, yeah. And if they want to laugh,
they want to laugh. Because you're funny laughing with it. You're funny.
Yeah, we laugh at ourselves a lot, going, "What the hell?"
It's this way business. Nah, we do. We laugh at ourselves.
We have to. We have to because the journey's so intense.
Yeah, and even if we don't laugh, we'd be stepping on landmines.
We would. We'd be definitely. You would if without. Honestly, this tells such a story. Knowledge is your power. Be a truth seeker. Divine masculine. Understand that your suffering is optional. You can choose to tap out of that at any point.
Once you find that point,
don't let other people's laughter, their opinions, their judgment, don't let them sway you from the journey that you're on, because you are bound for
victory.
Victory.
Victory is ours.
We get there. And here's the thing, we've come through this round and we have new understanding in our connection, and wherever you are in your journey, this should be what is starting to wake up for you, that you have new understanding of your connection, whether it's in separation or union. But union is no guarantee of success, right? What is a guarantee of success is these two things. Continue to seek the truth, right? And continuing to make suffering optional. These two things are the keys to your union sticking together. Righto, I think we wrap it up there and go. I know this reading's been a bit up and down all over the place, but I do, as we've come through this and we're feeling stronger, we do intend to do more readings and more updates, track the energy more intently, and hopefully help anyone who feels like they're struggling with the journey, like we have. We do.
I don't know. It just seems to get harder, but we tumble through it.
Yeah, sometimes the ascension parts feel more difficult.
Yeah.
But we feel like when you come out the other side, you just feel stronger. And like, really? Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, sometimes you hit your knee like bang, like.
And then you feel this, right?
Yeah.
You go, that was a sucker punch, but I'm standing up. We got this. We got this. All right. So to everybody out there, much love from both of us, and we'll wrap this one up in faith, hope, and love. It's bye from us from now.
Bye. From now. For now. Goodbye.